Good evening, Twitter. It's your boy, Wayman IV, and I just had a brilliant idea for a video. So here I was, minding my own business in the Comanche, and well, I happened to lose traction for the rear wheels. So I was coming from this way. I ended up swinging all the way across the road, and I ended up in a situation like this. So, I really should get some sandbags for the back, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today, I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to go about getting this truck unstuck from this big-ass snowdrift using the things I have with me. I'm going to try to get out of here without calling anybody for help. And yes, I am actually stuck. I've tried rocking her back and forth, and I can't do anything from inside the vehicle. So I'm going to set up a tripod over here and demonstrate what I would do to get myself out of a situation like this. Now, it's important to first figure out why exactly you got stuck. Well, this one is kind of obvious. My entire front end is covered in snow. So, the front tires are pretty caked up with snow. Obviously, these ones don't have any traction. And I'm gonna go over the other one here, see what kind of situation we got going on over here. So this tire, although it may look free, we've got all this snow in front of it, and we've got a whole bunch of snow behind it, preventing that one from going anywhere. Now this truck is primarily rear-wheel drive, but it does have four-wheel drive. This one is completely free, but there's nothing but ice on the road, so this is probably the wheel we're going to have the most luck with. And this one, there's not much snow behind it, but you can see in front of it, we're definitely not going forward in this thing. So, given our current situation, the way the truck is angled, I think upon my first diagnosis, it's best to try to back out of here. So how are we going to do that? Well, my first plan is I'm going to kick away a bunch of snow here. I'm going to see what I can do about that front tire. Might not be able to do anything because that's some pretty thick snow. I'm going to dig away the snow behind this tire, kick off these rocker panels here. That's pretty bad. And then I'm going to put some salt down behind this wheel, because this wheel is going to have the most traction. And even though it may spin, eventually it's going to burn up the snow underneath it to get to dry pavement and give me a little bit of grip. So as you can see here, I've dug a little path, did a whole bunch of work up there. And over on this side, since I had access, I stuck the shovel way down under here and tried to at least loosen up the snow underneath the vehicle, because these Jeeps have good enough ground clearance, can actually reach under there. Oh my God, I'm out of breath. That's what happens when you never do anything. All right, anyway, I'll put down some salt. See what I can do here. If you look at the wheels, you'll notice I'm not just gunning it and hoping for the best. As soon as I feel one of the wheels start to slip, I stop giving it gas. You don't want to just gun it and spin the wheels out, because you're just going to dig yourself into a deeper hole. So in a way, I'm rocking it back and forth. I give it gas to go backwards, one of the wheels slips, and I let it roll back forwards. You do that a couple times and be familiar with the way your vehicle feels, you'll eventually get out. What I'm talking about. As always, if the roads are in rough shape and you don't need to be out of the house, well, don't leave the house. These roads are completely unsalted, and I'm driving around on 17-year-old tires, which have like no grip left on them. And because this truck is rear-wheel drive, I ended up just drifting around that curve over there. But as you saw, with just a shovel and some road salt, which I probably didn't even need, to be honest, I got myself out of that situation that I might otherwise have needed to be towed out of. So, even though a lot of people don't carry around a shovel with them, and honestly I don't either, I just happen to have one, it is possible, and very easy in fact, to move snow with your bare hands and feet. So don't be afraid to get down there and get wet, because you can always dry your clothes off later, but you can never, I don't know, something to do with a vehicle getting stuck. So it's the next day, and with your attention span, you've probably already forgotten about the whole ordeal. But it's important to at least visually inspect the vehicle after hitting a snowbank sideways at 20 miles an hour. The first thing to do is get all the snow out of the wheels. This stuff will freeze, eventually turn to ice, and throw your wheels off balance. Anyone who drives a Jeep knows that the off-balance wheels can cause the infamous death wobble. So I'm basically just gonna clean out the wheel and brake area. Next, I'm going to inspect the steering linkage and clear out any snow from here. It's a bit difficult to see on this vehicle because of this skid plate. But as you can see, there was a whole bunch of stuff up in here. I'm also going to inspect the undercarriage for any potential damage from debris I might have accidentally trampled. And the next time you drive it, take her easy. These northern winters can be treacherous, even in vehicles better equipped than your typical front-wheel drive sedan. It's one of many reasons I think Jeeps make excellent first cars, because you don't get stuck, and even if you do, you can often drive yourself out. Anyway, that's enough passive-aggressive references for one video. The last thing I have for you is a recommended car wash to get all that ice off the truck, and hopefully keep it running for another few decades. I was going to do a before and after thing, but it is so miserably cold here that all the car washes are closed. Why do I live somewhere? The air kills me. I hate it here.